Hey everyone. So today we're tackling a big one. We're going to dive into the world of AI and machine learning to answer a really simple but super important question. How in the world did Python become the undisputed king of it all? Let's figure it out.
I mean, seriously, think about it. You've got all these super powerful, complex programming languages out there. So why Python? How did it become the one that just took over? Well, we're going to break it all down, and we're going to use an analogy that I think is going to make everything just click.
All right, so let's jump right into this analogy. Picture this. You're a chef, right? And you want to cook up some groundbreaking gourmet meal. That meal, that's your machine learning model. Now, if you're using most other programming languages, it's like being told, okay, before you can cook, you have to build your entire kitchen from scratch. Yeah, I'm talking about forging your own knives, building the oven brick by brick. It's just a crazy amount of work before you even get to chop a single onion. But with Python, oh, it's completely different. It's like you're handed the keys to a fully equipped professional-grade kitchen. Everything you could possibly need is right there, ready and waiting for you.
So yeah, let's really lean into this idea. Let's explore Python as the ultimate AI kitchen. So where do we start in any great kitchen? Well, you start with the pantry, right? A well-stocked pantry. And in the world of Python, that pantry is its absolutely incredible collection of libraries and frameworks.
Okay, so you might be thinking, what exactly is a library? It's actually super simple. It's just a bunch of pre-written, pre-tested code that someone else has already made. You can just grab it and plug it into your own project. So in our kitchen analogy, these are like your pre-made mother sauces, the foundations of countless dishes, or maybe perfectly measured out spice blends. The point is, they save you a ridiculous amount of time. You get to focus on the creative part, the final dish, instead of, grinding your own flour from wheat.
And this is where our kitchen analogy really starts to shine. Just look at these specialized stations. You've got NumPy, which is basically your set of hyper-precise digital scales. It handles all the complex numbers and measurements with perfect accuracy. Then there's Pandas. Think of Pandas as your super organized pantry, or maybe the garde-manger station, where all your raw ingredients, that's your data, get cleaned, chopped, and perfectly prepped. And then you have Scikit-learn. What's that? It's like the ultimate cookbook, packed with thousands of ready-to-go recipes for common tasks like classification or regression.
Okay, but what about the really, really heavy-duty stuff? I'm talking deep learning, the kind of AI that's behind things like image recognition or those crazy advanced language models. For that, you need some serious firepower. And that's where TensorFlow and PyTorch come in. These things are your industrial-strength, GPU-powered ovens, the big guns. And Keras? Keras is the slick, user-friendly control panel on the front of those ovens. It takes all that incredible power and makes it, well, surprisingly easy to use. All right, so you've got your kitchen, you've got your ingredients. What's next? Well, the next huge advantage is just plain speed. You know how a great chef is always tasting, tweaking, adjusting the recipe on the fly? Python simplicity lets developers do the exact same thing with their code. It's all about what we call fast prototyping. This burger analogy really nails it. Let's say your goal is to create the world's most perfect burger. With Python, you could literally try out like 10 different variations in just 5 minutes. Okay, let's try a different beef blend. Now let's switch the cheese. What about a brioche bun? You get that feedback almost instantly, so you know what works and what doesn't right away. Now, try to do that with one of those other lower-level languages. It's a completely different game. You might spend a whole week just building the grill. Seriously. A week goes by and you haven't even tasted a single patty yet. Python lets you experiment and fail fast, which means you learn way, way faster. Okay, so we have the kitchen, we have the speed. What's the next critical piece of the puzzle? It's the community. Because Python isn't just you alone in a kitchen. No, it's more like the world's biggest, most amazing potluck dinner, where millions of chefs are all showing up, sharing their best recipes, their secret techniques, all for free. It's absolutely true. Python has become the lingua franca of machine learning. It's the English of the AI world. This means a researcher over in Switzerland can publish a brand new idea, and an engineer in India can be trying it out in their own project the very next day. It's this common ground, this shared language, that just accelerates innovation at a mind-blowing pace. And just to give you an idea of the scale we're talking about, it's just staggering. There's this central hub called the Python Package Index, or PyPy for short. Think of it as the online library for all these shared tools. And right now, It has over 400,000 unique packages. So let's go back to our kitchen. Think of PyPy as the world's biggest, most insane spice rack. You need some super rare, exotic ingredient for your recipe? I guarantee you, someone somewhere in the community has already found it, perfected it, and packaged it up for you, and you can get it with just one simple command. Okay, so this all brings us to the next big point, the entire workflow. We're not just talking about experimenting. We're talking about going from that first spark of an idea all the way to serving the final product to a customer. And Python, well, it handles the entire assembly line. I mean, just look at a typical ML project. First, you've got to collect your data. Then you have to clean it up, which is always more work than you think. Then you train your model, you look at the results, and finally, you have to actually deploy it so people can use it. The amazing thing is, Python has top-tier, powerful tools for every single one of these steps. And since every station on this assembly line speaks the same language, Python, it all just fits together perfectly, no friction. And look, these aren't just some abstract, theoretical dishes we're talking about. You have been eating from Python's AI kitchen every single day, probably without even realizing it. That next video YouTube recommends to you? Yep, that's Python. That Discover Weekly playlist on Spotify that just gets you? Python again. The way Instagram curates your feed? You guessed it, all built with Python. Even a company like Tesla uses it to prototype their incredible autopilot vision systems. So let's just pull it all together for a second. This table really says it all, doesn't it? Look at the difference. Getting started with Python? That's 5 minutes. The old way? Could be 5 times days. Trying a new idea in Python? 30 seconds. The traditional approach? You're waiting 30 minutes for things to recompile. Sharing your work is as easy as sending a link, not emailing 50 different files. And the ecosystem? I mean, 400,000 packages versus an attitude of, well, I guess you have to write it yourself. It's not even a fair fight. It's a complete game changer. So in the end, Python didn't win the machine learning race because it was the absolute fastest or the most technically perfect at any one thing. It won because it's the ultimate glue. It's fantastic at bringing all these different pieces together into one single powerful and, most importantly, accessible ecosystem. It took AI development from being this niche thing for a few elite chefs in ivory towers and turned it into a massive global potluck. It really is the kitchen where the future of AI is being cooked up. And the best part is, thanks to Python,